And back in the studio after our fireside chat, we have here Pertti Kujala, Director, Thingsy Smart Factory and Custom IoT Solutions, Haltian. Very much welcome.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Hey, before your 12-minute or so own presentation, and then Olli will take care of you in the green room. So a couple of questions to introduce you to our guest. Pertti, what inspires you in your personal life, and does that relate to IoT or business digitization?
Yeah, so, I'm really like a problem-solving person. So
you like Sudoku and you like...
Yeah, not like that, but like a design and architecture. And also like, everyday life problem solving. So of course that relates also to IoT solution and customer challenges and problems. So it's really inspire me also to have a solution for our customer problems.
And Haltian seems to be, or seems to have become one of the main players in offering IoT solutions. So how have you come to this point?
Yeah, okay, so Haltian established 2012. So, after Nokia make big changes and so. So, of course, we had good know-how how to create wireless products. So, we started, we thought, what's the next big thing? And actually, IoT was already on that time was like a thing. So we actually also actively think that what's the next big thing, and how that IoT, what we could bring to that with that background what we had, and then. Actually, how this Thingsy sensor solution started. So we like many things, they start from garage or coffee table. So yeah, there's a story how we started that with.
Yeah, Pertti, one final question before your presentation. You've been in the IoT business yourself for already many years. So how do you see things have changed during these years? Of course, the coronavirus has changed something, but yeah, other than that.
Yeah, so, and actually, even through this corona time, it's been IoT business growing a lot. But yeah, the biggest change is that now we really scale. So like 2016 and 17, it was more like pilots and so. And of course, customers start with pilots, but for example, how it is in our numbers. So, for example, 2019, we had 30,000 devices in our Thingsy platform. Yeah. And then at the end of 20, it was at 70,000. And now at the moment, it's 115,000 devices globally. And actually, we expect to reach roughly 250.
So successful years.
Yeah, so yeah, and it's now IoT really start rolling out.
Hey, great. Pertti Kujala, how to create scalable, secure and cost-effective IoT solutions. It's all yours now.
Okay. Okay, so how to create a scalable, secure and cost-effective IoT solution. So I'm a practical person, so I keep this on practical level. I have like 4 points I would like to highlight. And also I connect some of our customers to those points. So, and I also highlight that when I talk about IoT solution, in this context, I mean there are always sensor solutions related or other type of wireless devices related to that. Okay, so your IoT project is delayed. Of course, that's a bit, let's say, strong statement, but that's actually what I have learned through the years. So I would say 80% of all IoT projects are delayed, actually. So compared to those like original plans or thoughts about the commercial phase. But I'm not going to bring any magic tricks. So they are very simple things, and you can find these points also from many IoT studies. So hopefully after this presentation you can emphasize and highlight some of your activities so that your IoT project is not delayed. Okay, it was so nice to hear when Maya was in studio saying that how well business is integrated or the transformation. So and that's really key thing. So do not focus on technology, but business. So many like digitalization teams they are full of engineers, and we love technology. So but IoT is not technology or no 5G. So I have asked a few times. You must use 5G as you are so major player in IoT solution, and of course we do. But when you deploy IoT solutions, you must highlight the business value and involve your business development teams. Okay, so to this one I linked our customer Pertti. So and Pertti because the smart post locker solution what they are rolling out at the moment, I think it's a third generation solution. So of course then all business reasons were very clear for them. So of course it's obvious, but anyway it also highlights that when you have very clear business requirements, then it really takes things forward. So and that's why Pertti is scaling really fast at the moment. And by the way, this picture on the background, this is from Box by Pertti. So if you are in Helsinki or if you visit in Helsinki, you have to visit that location. So Keskuskatu 3. So it's really new type of post office. This is of course a flagship office, let's say, but really nice to see. Okay, then start now. When you start now, you learn more. So start with a small proof of concept. That really helps you to finalize your requirements, your final commercial solution requirements. And that also inspire your digital thinking, so you can really get more out of your solution, and you better understand value what that solution brings to you. And to this point, I linked our customer Fingrid, and this because Fingrid has had good let's say early bird attitude. So they have actively seeking solution for their challenges, and that really helps them to develop different solutions. And every now and then, actually, new use cases, new requirements pops up. What if we measure that? Or if you get data from that, that helps like that. So, okay, so now we are back. So then next point, custom IoT. So when you start building your IoT solution, of course, the first option is always to see if there are really solutions for your fulfilling your requirements. But in many cases, there are not. So then your option is a custom IoT. And that term means that actually you leverage what you have, and then you custom build on top of that your special requirement. So this also shows how there are different parts, and if you can leverage some of those from the market and then custom build only some of those, it really helps and saves your time to market. And I link to Stora Enso to this one. So they like to have a solution to monitor manual valves, but there were not solutions in the market. Or actually, those solutions were wired solutions and even more than 1,000 euros per one valve. So it didn't make sense. Okay, then only scale make your success. So it doesn't help if you have successful pilot, or it helps, but that's not the whole story. But when you make a scale, how you install devices, what is your total cost of ownership for the whole solution, how to transfer data to decisions, and what about your infra, how it scale, cloud scale better than on-premise, and so you really have to think all those things. And to this one, I link the Prologis. So they have a big scale, and they really need to do everything and well plan all deployments and so. So they need to know what's the total cost and ownership for solutions, and also that ecosystem approach. So because in scale, they have to. There are lots of different use cases, and they need to combine different use cases. And in large scale, when you have many different use cases, it could be so that you can't find only one solution for fits for all. So shall we take? So that was about to make a scalable IoT solution.
All right, thank you, Pertti, for the interesting presentation. Then we should shortly be joined by Robert Hekelar from Prologis, so Vice President of Architecture and Emerging Technologies. Do we have you online, Robert? So there seems to be a bit of a technical issues, as there usually are in the live events, but that was a very, very interesting presentation, Pertti. So, well, first of all, I mean, you were talking a lot about the POCs, and then kind of driving the business value there. So, I mean, like a practical advice when starting with the POC, so there always comes like a status or a place where you have to decide that whether you move forward with the POCs or you hold.
Yeah.
How would you describe that kind of decision making? So how would you help from a Haltian side? What's your experiences? I mean, how do you kind of make those decisions? What are the key criteria that you base your decisions on?
Yeah, I think it's a really key thing is to really focus on business, as I said earlier. Because many companies they make POCs and to get data, but actually to get data from different use cases, that's easy part. So there are all technologies available, and that's most probably your POC is successful, but you cannot take that forward without having business reason behind.
Yeah, I think that the difficult part is always to give up on your favorite child. So really, I mean, you want eagerly to push something forward, but then it comes a time where you just have to accept that no, this is not perhaps something that would be scaling up. So
yeah, that's so true.
So do we have Robert online already? All right. So let's continue still before we have Robert online. So perhaps, I mean, while we're waiting for him to come along, so perhaps you could tell more about the Prologis and then the collaboration that now you have had with them before he joins.
Yeah. So Prologis is it's a huge company having more than 4,500 warehouses globally. So they own those warehouses and lease them for their clients. So and then you can imagine that if you put let's say you have 10 measuring points in every warehouse, or you have 100 or even 1,000. So then it's really about the scale. So yeah, we started with the Prologis already actually some years ago. And that's our first meeting was also somehow related to technology. But yeah, those solutions which really have a business reason, they really they take off.
So when you were mentioning about the do-it-yourself or off-the-shelf solutions for Prologis and then Haltian, so where was it that you were able to help in this kind of business value? So were you able to bring in the off-the-shelf solutions from your portfolio, or was it something that now you developed together with Prologis?
Yeah, the both ways.
Okay.
So Prologis actually they can leverage lots of solutions like off-the-shelf solutions from us. But of course, I mean off-the-shelf solution for collecting data and bringing that to Prologis system. So of course they have also business applications behind that. But then we have also developed something together.
All right. So why has this collaboration been so successful in your mind?
It's trusting partners. So I think that's one thing. Yeah. So we can really combine.
All right. I'm not sure if Robert is available at the moment. So unfortunately, it seems that we have some technical issues. The time in the green room is up. But thank you, Pertti, for covering up on the behalf of Robert. And then back to the Scanno studio and to Peter. Thank you.